So to start off, I just wanted to give you a bit of an orientation to the PODD 15 screen on an iPad. This is pretty similar if it's going to be on a speech generating device as well. So you've got your cells down the bottom of the screen with the different reasons we communicate. At the top of the screen, there's this big rectangular bar, and that's where you press to make the device talk. So if I'm saying, I like this. I think it's funny. I then press in this big white bar.
I think funny.
To make it talk to me. Now I'm finished with that message and I want to clear it. So I'm going to press the clear button on the bottom right hand corner. If I went, I like this. I think it's great. And, actually, that was a mistake. I don't think it's great. But I don't want to clear my whole message. I can just delete that one word with the delete word button. And then go,
I like this.
Actually, I think it's my favorite.
I think favorite.
So you can just delete part of it, or you can clear the whole message. Obviously, that delete word's going to be more important if you put together a huge message and made a mistake, versus if you've just, used one or two words. Now this categories button, the big red one, helps you to get to different categories of information. So generally we wouldn't use it from this first page, but if you're within further, you can use it. So as an example, if we go in, I'm asking a question.
I have a question.
And I say where, I need to then be able to give more information about where's what. So I want to ask, where are your shoes? So I'm going to go into categories, and then that takes me within all these options. I'm going to turn the page and find clothes. And where are your shoes?
Where shoe?
So it helps us give more information. So as another example of using that categories, if I'm on, I want a book, I want to read a book, but I want my book to be about, I want to read the book about a pig. And I'm trying to get that information across to you. I can go into categories and animals. And in here I can choose farm animals, and I want to read a book.
I want to read book pig.
I want to read a book about a pig. So that's how that categories comes into play there. The other thing it's also really helpful for is, and we'll go through all these other branches in more depth later, but I'm telling you something.
I have something to tell you.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
We're going to, so categories, places, we're going to the hospital. And we're going to the hospital. It's going to happen. I'll tell you when. So we're going to go categories, days and times. We're going to the hospital now. Yes, or tomorrow, today, this afternoon. Or I'm going to say we're going to the hospital on Thursday.
Going to hospital Thursday.
So it helps you give a lot more information there as well. And that was through categories and then days and times. But the categories also gets you to things like transport, special events, descriptive words. So there's lots in there that's worth exploring. Now you'll see when I'm jumping around pages, the way I get back and forth. So when we start a message, we want to start on the main page, which is this page here. Now if we get away from that and I want to go back, I can say go back to the main page, so this blue button. Now sometimes if that's not there, there's other ways to get back and forth between pages. So I'm saying I don't like this.
I don't like this.
See, there's a page back button there. That's the same. That'll take us back to the previous page. I'm saying I don't like
this.
And I turn the page. So there's more words there that I could use, but actually I don't want those. I want the last page. I can use this yellow oops button. So the oops button takes you back to the last thing you were on as well. So I'll just show you another example there. I'm asking a question.
I have a question.
If I turn the page, I can go oops to go back. And then I can choose here to go back to the main page or go to the categories page. So I'm going to go back to the main page. The other thing you'll see is this chat mode off button, and I can toggle that to chat mode on. That's not something we use generally to start with, but the idea of this button is if you are generating a really long message and then someone says something to you and you need to change topics for a second, but then go back to your original message, instead of writing it again, you can use the chat mode on and off. So if I'm saying, let's go somewhere in the house, let's go to the bookshelf, and we're going to go to the bookshelf that's in the bedroom, and I'm still creating my message, but you say something to me, I can go chat mode and answer your question. Maybe you said bye, so I'm going to say see you later.
See you later.
And then I can go back to my last conversation by pressing the chat mode button, and continue the message that I've started writing there. So that's what that chat mode is about. I've finished my message there, so I can press clear down the bottom. Now in this controls, the purple button, we can go in there to change the volume. Generally I would hide the settings button just so that people can't accidentally get in and change all of the settings of the device. So mostly in the controls, all you'd be using was here to change the volume. And then if we're done with that, we can go back to the main page.